ArsenalFanTV. Nicky, a couple of fans said that 4-1 kind of flattered us a bit because I thought you guys, it was a pretty even game. You played well. Arnautovic, I was pretty impressed with him. He's very strong up front, scored a good goal. And when you got back into it, it could have went either way. But then after that, we just kind of took over. And in the end, I don't think he deserved a 4-1, but probably Arsenal did deserve to win it in the end.
You deserve to win it, 100% deserve to win it. The thing our manager, he gets on my wick because he started the wrong way round. He started defensively, invited the pressure on, wait till you win a goal up, then decided to put the attackers on and go for it. We got the goal back, but when the way Arsenal was flowing forward towards us, it didn't bode well. We should have done it the other way round. He should have had a go at you early, because we got behind you a bit earlier as well. He was a little bit nervous, a few of the players looked a bit nervous. Got the goal, maybe two. I mean, we had the chances. If there was people up supporting him, we could have caused problems, and then went defensive. He done it the complete opposite. The manager's getting on my wick now. But 4-1, I thought it flattered. But when you're capitulating in the last 10, what do you expect? A team like Arsenal are going to just roll over you. So,
and it looked like those players kind of, when it went 1-1, I got the impression that they were motivated to try and do something, because obviously there is this game before Friday. I don't think there would have been a lot of attention on it. I remember we done the preview and I was saying to you, I was going, do you know what? I'm not sure even how serious we're going to take this game, because we got that big eye on that, that Europa League game against Atletico. But because of what happened with Wenger, I could see those players, when it went 1-1, they were motivated. Yeah. They didn't want to lose that game. They didn't even want to draw it.
Of course. Yeah, it's one of them things. It always comes at the wrong time for us. An announcement like this, if it had been last week, we might have held out for a point. But as you say, as soon as it went 1-1 and they thought they was letting the manager down, they stepped up another gear. And as I said, if it had done it the other way round, if we'd have started and took advantage of your slow start rather than letting you get into the game and then going for it, I think we could have got ourselves a goal or two in front and then try to shut up shop and stop you from playing and really frustrate you. And we done it the complete opposite. We tried to defend. I mean, it's obvious we was going to the pot. Our goalkeeper's wasting time in the 10th minute. You know what I mean? He's walking across, picking up the ball and walking across. And I'm like, come on, we need points. If you've got a time to go at Arsenal, it's now. You've got to go at them. We've got the players. We've got Arnautovic, we've got Carroll, we've got Hernandez, we've got Lanzini. They can all cause you problems.
We've got too much of a good team to go down, from what I can see.
Well, you say that. You say that. When you've got goalkeepers just fucking flicking them in your net every 5 seconds, then, you deserve everything you get. But the complete opposite. He never changes his tactics. We should have went at Stoke last week, wrapped up the points there. Then games like this ain't important to us. Got it wrong again. Oh, the geezer's a dinosaur, to be quite honest with you.
It's not only us who has a go at our managers.
No, honestly, all due respect, he's got the boys fit again, because when Bilic was here, we was a shambles. Don't get me wrong, we was a shambles, but he's got them organised. But his tactics are never. He never gets it right. He waits till we go 1-0 down to react to a substitution. We should have been going at you from the start. Got a couple of goals in front, but all due respect, Arsenal and all that, great tributes to your manager at the end as well. And I think I was talking to you, Wizzy, just before I come over here. I know that he's probably about 5 years too late in his retirement. If he'd have gone a few years ago, I think he would have been a bit of an easier way out. But
do you think his legacy for you as a fan of another club? Do you think that in years to come we'll look and say, you know what, great manager? I mean, he's a great manager now, but I'm just saying the last few years ain't been great. Lots of stick he's got off the fans. But do you think that we'll all look back and say, nah, great?
Don't underestimate what that man's done, not just for Arsenal, but for football. Because he's a trailblazer. When he came here, he brought the continent to England. It was, used to play 4-4-2. People used to have a pie and a fucking pint before a match and all that stuff. You know what I mean? He brought the coaching levels. He brought the continental style of football, and people copied him. And the only problem with him is because I think he's got an ego, which I think the best managers has to have, but he's never adapted. You know what I mean? He's never adapted, and he's stuck with that, and it held him in good stead for a long time. But I think the game's just passing him by now. As he's getting older, I think he's just passing by. he's ducking out. I don't think you can have many complaints, to be quite honest with you. You know what I mean? Everyone that says, oh, you know, the last few years ain't been good. 3 FA Cups in the last 10 years since you won the league. We'd love that. That's what we've won in our history. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I've never seen us win a cup. I'm 35 years old. I've never seen us win a trophy. Not one. So
Put some perspective on it, don't
yeah, and listen, the next man that comes in, I'll tell you what he has done as well, Wenger, and he's left the next manager here with a good setup, you know, with a good base to work on. You know, he hasn't gone out. When Ferguson went, he didn't leave them with a very good team. He left them with an Asian team. And this season he's brought in players like Lacazette, Aubameyang, you know, people that are going to kick on. And you shouldn't underestimate what you've got there. And I think as a fan base, you'd be lucky to have him.